Welcome to Around the Peninsula. I'm Staff Sergeant Moses Ward. How can pulling fingers bring people together? Petty Officer Chris Church shows us how one unit used a unique combative move to come together.
They have different backgrounds, different jobs, different ranks, and even different color uniforms. But what event is bringing this multifaceted joint unit together? Combatives. Today's lesson,
this is where your center of power is.
Finger locks.
At first it sounded very odd, and then when they actually showed it, it makes sense. You know, it's something, because once you control those two fingers, you have complete control of the person, as I got to experience and, you know, do to someone.
Service members from Special Operations Command Korea get to learn from their commander, Brigadier General Eric Wendt, as well as several special operators.
I wish we could do it more often. It was an amazing learning experience. I learned things that I never learned in Combatives Level 1, and they were friendly, they were very helpful in teaching you like the very fundamentals of it, which I appreciate greatly.
Now, it's not going to make them submit. It's all about readiness, and part of that readiness is the ability to know when to use lethal and non-lethal measures. It's just making sure that the soldiers are ready if they find themselves in a situation where they have to use non-lethal means to control a combatant, then they can do so.
The training is as much about building camaraderie as it is readiness.
But doing it with the unit, I already know these people. I've already worked with these people for 4 or 5 months already, and it was just able to, you know, laugh, smile, joke around, and still get that learning experience and energy in foundation that you need to master the Monarch Combatives program.
Petty Officer Chris Church, Yongsan, Korea.
SOCOR's combative program ensures all members of SOCOR, regardless of their job, are ready to fight tonight. USAG Casey holds a town hall meeting to address and better understand Area 1 programs and services. Specialist Pedro Amador tells us how it reaches more than just the base.
Welcome to the town hall.
More than 72 ID soldiers and family members attend a town hall meeting at the Camp Casey Community Activity Center, where Area 1 service providers addressed the community about their programs. But what about those who aren't able to make it to the meeting?
I have a 4-year-old child, and for me to take my daughter with me to the town hall meeting will be sort of impossible.
In order to reach those community members that can't be at the meetings physically, the town hall meeting is available online through a server called Ustream.
It's great that I can stay home and also attend the meeting at the same time, seeing everything online and able to hear all the concerns and the things that they address online is a great use of my time.
The parents have concerns.
Those watching online can go to USAG Area 1 Korea's Facebook page and post their own questions or concerns, which are addressed at the event.
One of the questions I had was command sponsorship for Area 1. Even though I didn't attend the meeting physically, I was able to watch everything on Ustream, and I was able to also post a question through Facebook.
There'll be very few command sponsored.
Thanks to technology, Area 1 community members have another way to participate in town hall meetings that could improve the Area 1 community. Specialist Pedro Amador, Camp Casey, Korea.
The garrison team, usually through our Facebook page, which I think has been a great thing.
Approximately 130 community members logged into Ustream. Professional awards can be a great way to recognize outstanding airmen. Senior Airman Rebecca Stout introduces us to one maintainer at Kunsan whose dedication to the job landed him a big win.
I remember growing up, my mama told me, hey, when you do anything, you do it to the fullest.
It's a philosophy that's helped Staff Sergeant Justin Jack achieve big things in his Air Force career. Sergeant Jack recently won the Chief Master Sergeant Thomas Barnes Crew Chief of the Year Award for the Pacific Air Force for his work as a crew chief at Kunsan Air Base.
Use that if you need.
But for Sergeant Jack, even a big award like this one comes second to his top priority, training other crew chiefs.
I tell the guys that not everyone gets to do this job. Tom, grab me a big flat tip. Come in, you do it to the fullest, you make it look professional. And being a crew chief, there's a legacy behind it, I believe, you know? There's going to be someone fixing these airplanes after you. And I thought, man, how can I leave a mark?
He may be the top crew chief in the Pacific Air Force for now, but Sergeant Jack's focus is on his fellow crew chiefs, especially those in the future.
Good to go to me. Ain't nobody ever's gonna tell us the guys at the 35th cannot do their jobs. I'm not gonna have it. We're gonna be out here we know what we're doing, and it starts here by me building good crew chiefs, and that's what I want to do. That's what I want to get out.
Senior Airman Rebecca Stout, Kunsan Air Base, Korea.
Staff Sergeant Jack plans to continue building his career field as he PCSs from Kunsan in March. Some things can't be learned from a book. Technical Sergeant Sasha Mashad explains how Osan teens are learning a different kind of lesson.
Dating violence isn't something teens are talking about. It's not really something many people talk about at all. The fact of the matter is, it's real. It happens, and today, Osan American High School students are learning how to recognize the signs of an unhealthy relationship.
The people from Family Advocacy came today, and we learned about whether or not you are in an abusive relationship and the signs of what could be an abusive relationship.
Osan Family Advocacy worked with members from the community to brainstorm the event, which educates students about teen dating violence. By signing the pledge banner, teens are demonstrating their willingness to not tolerate violence of any kind in their relationships.
I have a better grasp on how to see the signs before they actually happen, and like, if my friends need the help, I feel obligated to help them. It's not a job, it's actually what I should do, not something I have to do. It's a drive that I need to do.
Project Officer Captain Raheem Lay believes that educating teenagers is just the first step. Getting them to sign the banner was the goal.
Education is not education if you're not applying it. It's just information. You just learn, one ear, not the other. You didn't really grasp it. If you're not applying it when you leave here, it's not education. You never educated yourself. You just were there. And so if they actually educate themselves and learn to apply it, that is something that they can apply at wherever they go next. It shouldn't stop here. It's just going to start here, though, at Osan.
For these teens, signing the pledge banner is a good step in the right direction. Technical Sergeant Sasha Mashad, Osan Air Base, Korea.
The pledge banner will be displayed at the high school as a physical reminder to students of their commitment to recognizing and putting an end to teen dating violence. Cadets from across the Pacific are dueling for the regional title. Senior Airman Brandy Durr takes us to the drill pad.
Precision, sharpness, discipline. Cadets spend an entire year perfecting their performance on the drill pad, and it all comes down to this: the Junior ROTC Pacific Regional Annual Drill Competition. The cadets were evaluated on their performance in drill and ceremony, both regulation and exhibition. A couple of seniors told us what they liked most.
Usually unarmed decks or armed decks, the exhibitions, because I'm not marching around listening to commands. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Getting to know people from other school, compete. Friendly competitions are always welcomed, so I really like those parts.
After a long day of heated competition, Kubasaki High School in Japan took home the regional title. Senior Airman Brandy Durr, Yongsan, Korea.
The next JROTC competition will be the Pacific Far East competition in Okinawa. Army Chief of Staff Ray Odierno visited Camp Humphreys. Here's what happened.
The 38th Chief of Staff of the Army, General Ray Odierno, landed at Camp Humphreys, Korea, after receiving an aerial tour of the base, which is currently undergoing construction to accommodate a much larger Army presence. His visit included a stop at the site of the new community hospital and dental clinic with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, led by Health Facility Program Manager, Lieutenant Colonel Glenn Marsh. He also toured the Humphreys Community Activity Center, where he received a briefing on where we are and where we are headed, building a 21st century installation. Rounding out his trip, General Odierno took a seat inside a Kiowa Warrior helicopter before taking time to recognize some of the 4th Attack Reconnaissance Squadron soldiers.
What do you do? How long have you been in Korea for? I like it over here.
He then spoke to them about his recently released strategic priorities and concluded his visit by thanking them for their hard work and dedicated service to their country while serving in Korea. Technical Sergeant Sasha Mashad, Camp Humphreys, Korea.
That was your Around the Peninsula for Thursday, February 27th. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.